Welcome back to Zielonka, everybody. Episode 8. On the previous episode, we went ahead and purchased 2 new sheds. Very nice to get our farm underway here and some expansion. I went ahead and put some of the equipment in here. I put our planter here and our harvester over here. Kinds of the vegetable picking section, if you will. Over here is it's a small area, so I kind of decided, well, let's try to put this tractor over here with the seeds maybe, but I think when we are feeding the chickens, it's kind of weird that this tractor is way over here. So we might actually put another different shed up where that crappy one is up there and maybe put that up there. I suppose we'd put the seeds up there too. So I'm trying to figure out what we would use this side area for. Yeah, that would kind of be useless then at that point. I have to think about that. But we do have the combine in the shed here. Plenty of room for it. And we can get our tractors by on the side as well. Very nice. We could also even put seeds up here in this corner if we were going to try to make things work. That might not be bad either, because then we wouldn't have to drag them out. I think we could snake in here, especially if they're right here really close. We could snake in here and just pick them up without having to get them out. I did put the header on the side here. I originally had the header in that shed, and I was like, I don't like that. So I just made a little spot for it here. Did some landscaping with some trees. And I think it's starting to shape up a little bit. I do have plans to put another shed down there. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to put this Meridian shed down here. Kind of angled a little bit. Maybe like that or something. And then I suppose we put trees or whatever here. Maybe it'd be a good outside storage area too for some weird equipment, if we will, but we'll save. Well, we don't have money for that anyway right now. And I kind of want to start getting that other side established with something so we could do that. Our chickens are actually kind of getting a little low on grain, so we need to get those fed. Let's go ahead and grab our small tractor here. I suppose we could always get another small tractor or something so we could keep the seed down here. I don't know. It's gonna take some time to figure out where we want everything. Like the plows and stuff, I think should probably, those can like stay outside. Those don't really need to be inside. But we're gonna be starting to get a lot of extra room here with all these fields, so I kind of want to utilize this, make it look somewhat decent here. Maybe have a nice, well, I guess once we get the other shed up here, we could have a spot for this wagon here, so we ain't leaving it outside, so it ain't so unrealistic. Okay, yeah, so we'll have to take time, and maybe we'll even do that in this episode, cut these trees down. But then again, if we get one of these other sheds, I was thinking something like this maybe would be good up here. Be a lot more useful than that other shed there. But this would kind of got the area. Maybe we'd want to put a bigger shed up. This is actually only $8,000. So that's not too bad. We could get rid of this one right away and get something up here. Or something like that. Otherwise, I was thinking maybe, you know, one of these North American sheds. And then maybe put that up here. Because we probably are going to get some bigger equipment eventually. It would be nice to have a storage shed for it. Or maybe put this a little more off to the right, and then we can have that other one over here. Something to think about. I think we'll save that for another episode. Let's see, our worker here has finished seeding. Looks like he missed a little bit, but we'll go ahead and finish up. Again, we're not going to have to put any fertilizer on this because we did do soybeans, so that'll save us some time there. It's always great. Let's grab this little bit here. And then we actually have to get down and fertilize our vegetable crop, our beets and our carrots. Ooh, this thing is struggling with us, ain't it? And then we got to actually weed our other oats field there that we just planted, and then that also has to be fertilized. So we kind of got quite a bit to do on today's episode. I guess it would help if I turn up the cruise control. That might have been the issue there. Yeah, there we go. It's working a lot better. Yeah, so here we go. Perfect, perfect. We will have to weed this, I suppose, too. So I think for now we'll put the cedar into our bigger shed here. We could just snake it right in here. It's kind of a nice shed. I really do like this shed because we can make things very efficient here. And we'll just leave this guy here since it's a little slow. Got our New Holland back here. Let's grab this. We got to get the fertilizer taken care of on these fields. We're going to run out, so we're going to have to run down to the store and pick up some more bags of fertilizer. Yeah, because that's lime and seed in there. We're not going to get very far here. But we'll start down the center. Again, this is nice here because we can get all 4 rows in one pass. As long as we sit in the center and hit it right here. Actually, we might actually make quite a bit here. Not going down as fast as I thought it would. Although we do have a bunch of grass rows in between, so it's probably not taking the demand for those. Yeah, look at the counter in the upper left. It's going between beets and carrots because it's figuring out what it needs and throwing it its way there. All right, how do we look? All right, we got nitrogen good / okay. It's kind of jumping all over here. Perfect there. Kind of weird what's going on with that. I don't know if it's a texture thing or perfect. Good, perfect. Yeah, I don't know. Or is it the rows? Maybe it's the rows. Perfect. Anyway. Job well done there. So we'll see how far we can get on this field over here. Can't imagine it's going to be too far. Ooh, it's actually going pretty good. Pretty good. I think we'll just get this one in one pass. We ain't gonna get... Ooh, actually we are getting it all. I didn't think we were gonna get it all. I thought there was gonna be a little patch on one side or the other. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Perfect enough for me. That'll work. But we are out of fertilizer, so... But we ain't gonna need any other fertilizer this year, so... That's good there. Let's see, I think we're done with the thrower. We'll try to put it in here. I think it's not the best, because this tractor's way too big for this. Like I said, maybe we should get another smaller tractor. Alright, we'll grab the Fiat. Now we can get some weeding done. We're going to have to do that whole field ourselves. We can't put a worker on it because, unfortunately, it stops when it sees no weeds. Probably do want to upgrade that weeder to a hoe, I think would be a good idea. And then I think it'll actually, if we do that, we could probably put a worker on it. Maybe? I guess I'm kind of just guessing. But we should upgrade this. Regardless, maybe get a bigger one, or... It'd be nice to get one that we could put a worker on, though. But I've never used a hoe before, so I can't tell you if that would work either. This will take care of the small ones, and then we'll be left with the big ones. Alright, so I want to go ahead and tackle this, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, I think our next investment, well, for equipment wise, we should probably either get a bigger weeder or get that hoe. Because this is, definitely takes a little while. And we got, well, we're gonna end up having to do the soybeans yet. And I don't know if our vegetable crop over there is gonna be requiring it as well. It didn't last year. But I think it does get weeds. I'm not absolutely sure. Let's see. I want to see how big this weeder is, I should say. Weeder. 4.5. God, it would be really nice to get this one. I think it's 95,000. I don't want to run our bank account dry right now, though, either. But if we're going to stick with this and not go the spraying route, which I think I kind of want to do that in this playthrough, just stick with the weeder or a hoe. 9 wouldn't be bad either for how big these fields are, but if we got to go through and do them manually, this 12 would be even better. Maybe we'll look at that for next year, maybe. Okay, so I think that's all we had to do this month. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and move to May. Alrighty, welcome to May, everybody. Let's go take a look at our vegetable crop. Yeah, I don't see any weeds here for these. So that's good. That'll save us some time there. Carrots growing, 99% expected yield. This one's a little lower here. But yeah, no weeds on those. That's great. That's excellent, actually. I have to worry about doing that. Our soybeans, I'm sure have some weeds in them. Yes, they do. Now, does this gonna require more than, yeah, the same thing as our other field. Oh boy. Let's take a look at the sales real quick. Yeah, so I guess it's gonna be a weeding of a time, because we're gonna have to go ahead and, unless we would like consider selling one of our tractors or something, maybe. I think I'm gonna push through anyway, and we'll get this done. And like I said, next year, we'll try to invest in a hoe, I think. It's gonna make this a lot better. And go for the big one. Because I do assume that it would stop like the other, well, like this weeder does when you hire a worker. What I started to do here towards the end was just kind of go for the batches of weeds rather than keep going in a straight line. Because I don't think it really pays to do those spots that are, you know, there's nothing there, there's no weeds. Theoretically, it should all be the same. Okay, so we got that done. Yeah, we need to get a bigger, well, like I said, invest in a hole. I think we'll put this on this side right here. But yeah, we're gonna do something different next year. I think that's a little rough. Okay, so I believe we can go ahead and, I think we're gonna be advancing here. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and advance. I think our oats will be ready to pick. I suppose we're gonna need a wagon for those. Let's go ahead and hook one of these up. And then I think we're going to go ahead and buy that baler too. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to do small bales on this farm. We get this for 8,000, and then we can get the auto load trailer for 5,000. Something new to add to the farm and make it kind of exciting. All right, let's advance to June. All right, welcome to June, everybody. Take a look here at where we're at. We actually got to advance to July for the oats. But I just wanted to double check the sales before we go. I got the Deal Wolf. I think this is the one we already had. Wait, no, this is a pull blind. This is a dual roll. But they want 69,000 for that. There is no hopper on that. Yeah, we're going to have to pass on that one, I think. It'd be interesting to try it. But we're going to pass. All right, let's go to July. Welcome to July, everybody. Yes, sir. Oats are ready to go. Let's take a look at the sales again. And yeah, there's nothing of interest. This is for grass. All right, so yeah, our oats are ready to go here. I did drive in those. I thought when I was weeding there, I thought that I got so used to driving over those that I didn't realize it was going to destroy the crop until it was too late. We might have to get a rake though. So that's something we gotta look at. We probably do that in the next episode, I think. But we'll get this cut. And then we get it in our wagon. We'll get the straw swath so it drops and we can buy that baler. And we are going to need the shed space some more, so it's a good thing we're going to have big plans for our other sheds here. But eventually I do want to get a probably bigger harvester. Not too much bigger, but maybe just a little bit bigger. Kind of have something a little more modern maybe, but I kind of hate to go too modern on this playthrough because it is kind of like an old school place, if you will. Alright, there we go. Swath drop is on. And off to the races we go. Yeah, so I don't know how close these rows are going to be. They're going to be quite close. So we might want to think about getting a rake too. It's a good thing the baler and the wagon don't cost much, so we can grab a rake. And I suppose we could almost get a single line rake too. Although it's going to be more work. Something to look at, I guess, when we get to that point, if you will. The years are moving quickly through this game. We ain't spending too long on either day, which is fine. It's nice to advance quickly, and then we can get our money quicker so we can expand. But again, I don't want to go too big with this farm. It's kind of like a small playthrough, maybe kind of medium. One harvest down for the year. Looked like it was a pretty decent harvest. All was able to fit on the wagon too, so it'd be nice when we sell that. I could use a tractor to put that header away, I think. It's better than snaking the combine around. It's hard to maneuver this thing sometimes. Although I suppose we're going to need it again here for soybeans before too long, so we might as well leave it out, I guess. Probably could have left this out too. Okay, so let's go ahead and dump this into our silo. And then we'll see when it's going to sell. I do want to browse the rakes before we end today's episode and kind of get an idea on pricing on those, so we can maybe rake them into better windrows. There we go. Yeah, and this will sell in January. 27,000. We probably maybe should have went with a different crop. We don't really get that much out of oats, it seems like. But it is what it is. Can we, what are we planning on doing next year? Maybe we should put some canola in, which would have to plant right away. Yeah, we should maybe do that. And then we could... Oh, we gotta wait a year to harvest it, though. Well, that'd be alright. Then we wouldn't have to... Let's do that. That's, 45. Let's plant canola. Then we can do that next episode. And get a lot of that done. Let's take a look at the rakes. Maybe we'll find one on sale, too. Well, I guess we'd probably be in the same month next episode. Windrowers. So we got... I want a decent size one. Here's one from the Hay and Forge pack. 3.5. That's smaller than this K-brand one. 91. Yeah, these cost a little bit more than I was hoping for. Ooh, this Vermeer one might be a good one to go with. Oh, this one might be even better over here. That's the same. And it's got the same span, but it's a lot cheaper. It would be kind of cool to use this new merger, but I don't know if you can from the Hay and Forge pack, because I never really used anything off of this DLC. Yeah, we'll have to think about that for that. We'll probably have to buy one. That one's 3 meters. This one was 3 meters too. All right, so we'll leave it there. Next episode, we'll get a... Well, we'll figure out what we're going to do for a rake. I guess if we get that merger... I guess it would work, because you'd go down one row, and then the other row, and merge those two together. It would probably take a little bit of work, though, to do that. Anyway, I guess that's it for today's episode. We'll see you guys on the next one. Get this raked up, and then we'll have to get that baler, and we'll get it baled. First bales of the series.